Let me see how much people will share to. All right. So our people are coming on. So you know I have to take a little sip for tonight. I'm drinking rum cream. You know I'm always drinking something. You know what I mean? So let's get the ball rolling. Again, good evening everybody. It's another beautiful Sunday night live on Expressions JA's YouTube channel. You know, where we sit and we chat to your favorite character from the hit series The Bartender. Let me see the fire signs, let me see the heart. If you are here and you are present and you're ready to chat with me and our special character tonight. I'm your host, Shelly Ann, aka First Lady, aka Bubbles. But tonight I am Shelly Ann. So you know tonight we're talking to Shelly. Not talking to the actress, we're not talking to the regular First Lady. No, you're talking to Shelly Ann tonight. Who is the host with the most? You know we have to get all these things out here. Yeah, I love this. Look at the fire signs. Wait, you know I have to go up and close because we can't really see properly. So hold on. Because I want to see all of my peeps who's sending out the fire signs, and you know Janique Howell, big up, Dimples in the building, blessings. Jeanette Gray, Tamara Foster, Life with Maya, Debbie Ann Smith, for those of you who are logging on. Thank you for the love, thank you for the hearts. But again, you know, share the live because it's not an ordinary Sunday night live tonight. Yes? And again, you know, we have to talk about the outfit that is sponsored by Stylish Boutique JA. People, she lost her page. She's still on Instagram, still on TikTok. So run go back and follow her if you notice you're clicking on her page and you're not getting through. Just click back on the Stylish Boutique JA or Stylish Boss Babe. Alright? She's right there still, 5A Clock Tower Plaza. Go and check her out. She have outfits for everything. And I do mean everything. You want to go to a funeral, a wedding, a party, it don't matter. Check her out, yeah? 5A Clock Tower Plaza. She's on Instagram, TikTok, all social media platforms. Alright? Now, I just want to say we do apologize for not having your episodes last night and this morning. You know, technical difficulties we're run up into, but we sorted that out, and you know your show is up and running again. You know, all the time you know some things might not run straight. You have like technical difficulties here and there, and that's what's happened. So we do apologize for that. I want to know to our 141K subscribers, we do appreciate and love you. We tell you guys that every time. We love you and we thank you for your continued support on the Expressions JA's YouTube channel. One heap of love, you know, straight across the board. We're sending the hearts and the fires. I love it. I love it. I love it. To all of the persons who are just joining us, thank you so much. Barbara in the building. Big up yourself. I don't see Karen yet, and I don't see Ruthie yet. Yes, you know, as usual, Sunday night we always throw our offerings. So don't be afraid to throw your offerings. It don't matter how small it is. We are here. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Now, please also remember, we are on Facebook. The channel is Expressions JA. All you need to do is join the group and like. No, we are also on Instagram. Our Instagram is Expressions JA Productions and Official The Bartender. Listen, all the updates, go over on any one of the pages and you will see all the updates that you need. All right? No. You know, I told you about new show coming, and it's coming soon. So look out for it. Again, I say we're on Instagram, and check out YouTube for all your updates. Yes? Share and like so other people can come on in and see what is happening on Expressions JA's YouTube channel. Yes, it's a whole heap of productions that's going on, but you have to stay tuned. You have to hit the bell. You have to hit the notification bell. You have to, you notice I mentioned it twice. You have to like and you have to share. Alright? So, look out for all of those infos, alright, on the page. Now, I cannot express how much more suspense, drama, and excitement that's happening in the Bartender series. A whole lot is happening. Ooh. So much so that it is so hot. No man, it's getting... No, we're not taking off anything inside here tonight, but we're behaving ourselves. But the suspense and the drama is really, really getting bubbly, getting hot. You know, Masu, when Pastor get beat up, listen, a lot more is in store. And people, let me just say, don't just watch the show for watching the show. The show gives life lessons as well. So you need to watch a show for that too. Yes, the life lessons that it gives. Alright? So, don't just watch it and say, nah, 5 minutes, don't quit. No. In that 5 minutes, it could be the longest 5 minutes that you watch. But what was the message that came from that 5 minutes that you watched? Remember, we on Expressions JA channel, we educate and we entertain. That's what our channel do. Yes? I mean, you can relate to things that happen in this series. Because a lot of the comments that when I read, because I have now become a spectator, I mean an audience, and trust me just wait and make it build up and then run go watch them. Like all 5 of them. I'm just take my time, get my drink, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch. Because guess what? I have to be kept abreast of what is happening because of the drama and the suspense and the look here, Stoneface, them are hit. Me not telling you no more. Uno just need to run go over there, make sure Uno watching. Because the series turn up. And Uno know when the director, when the producer, that is under one hand, and the editor get together, they create magic. Yes? And I can't, look here, the thumbnails them, awesome. Because it just make you run and want to go jump in and start watch immediately. So again, thank you guys for being our loyal subscribers. You know, if you have a friend, tell a next friend. If them don't subscribe, make sure them subscribe to Expressions JA's YouTube channel. And in the midst of all of that, when they are doing that, they're subscribing, just tell them to tell a friend, to tell a next friend to subscribe to the Expressions JA's YouTube channel. Because we're going for the 200K now. Remember, I don't forget about that. We're at 141. The page I need to see the number go up some more. Yeah, I have not forgotten. Again, thank you so much for being here tonight. For those of you who are just joining the live, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. Deborah Anderson. No, there is no schedule change. Same time, 7 a.m., 7:15 a.m., 7 p.m., 7:15 p.m. Those are the scheduled times for Bartender. Alright? So there's no change in time. Again, I said, technical difficulties, everything remains the same. In every production, you have a little bit of that. But the episodes are up and the show is on. So get watching, get up to date, get up to speed, because I know you have a lot of catching up to do. Yes? So it makes it even nicer when you sit down and have to watch them back to back to back to back. Yes? Alright, so I told you guys that we have a special guest tonight. This gentleman that I'm about to introduce, I mean, he wears a lot of hats, and he will come and tell us all the hats that he wears. Alright? People, remember to like up the live. Alright? So, let me get to my introduction and let me introduce this gentleman who I'm so honored to be interviewing tonight. Yes? I'm gonna take a sip. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay. The gentleman I'm about to bring on this evening is a well-decorated individual. He's known for his stern but pleasant looks, also charming and a no-nonsense personality. He's now looked on as an advisor in many organizations that he's a part of. We see him as a father figure, friend, and an amazing listener. Wait. Let me not bore you with my talking. Let me introduce to you none other than Mr. Robert Finzi Smith, otherwise called Detective Madden, or Mr. Mullings, or the famous one, the man from Royal Palm. Please show me some love. Show Mr. Finzi Smith some love. Let me see the hearts, let me see the fire signs, and welcome him to our live tonight. Sir Smith? Good night. Welcome. You can have a seat, sir.
Most can. You don't charge?
No, I don't. Alright, so I'm going in now because I need to fix a little bit. So hold on, guys, because you know I have to let you see the famous. Yes. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So, Sir Smith, good night again. Well, I don't call him Sir Smith. I call him Uncle Bobby. Like a lot of persons will call him Uncle Bobby, you know, because of the person who he is, right? So, Sir Smith, Uncle Bobby, as he's, you know, famously known as, in your earlier years growing up, maybe say around 12, 15 years, what kind of child were you? Were your parents strict on you? Here we go. Were your parents strict on you, or did they allow you to do what you wanted?
You know the thing where they say spirit rather than spoil the child?
Yes.
I wasn't spoiled.
Okay.
So no rod was spared. I grew up in a time when everybody on the road that's an adult can beat you. And you don't complain, because if your parents here,
you get in another beat.
I grew up in Vineyard Town. Backbush and McGregor Gully was my playground. I went to Kingston College. I represented them in athletics. Matter of fact, my family, to the best of my knowledge, is the only family in Jamaica that has 3 successive generations on 3 winning teams at champs. My grandfather captained the only team from Georgia to win champs.
What?
My father was on the first KC team to win champs. And then I was part of the 14-year dynasty.
Wow.
So.
Wow. People, it is going to be an interesting night. So, Uncle Bobby, you mentioned going to KC, right? So, tell me a little bit more. How was your school days? You know, what were the things that you loved about high school? And you know, what?
Well, my father, God rest his soul, had a sense of humor. So he made the headmaster, Douglas Forrest of KC, my godfather.
Wow.
So I came in for a lot of extra attention. There was almost a cane that was designed with my name on it. Things happened. What do I remember? I remember missing a French extra class because they were having trials for champs over Melbourne. So I left North Street, went to Melbourne, did the trials for the long jump, broke the school record, feel lovely, walk up into Vineyard Town where I live, happy. Turn the corner at Dean Avenue and look down the road. In front of 11B, which was our home, Douglas Forest car park up. So it's one step forward, 15 step backward.
Oh Lord.
Finally I reach. And my father used to give me clues as to how much trouble I was. Like if he said, Bobby, you good. If he said, Robert, that was like a problem. But if he did this and scratched his head and said, Master, just book your figure.
Wow.
So I walked up the veranda steps and Mr. Forrest is sitting there and my father is sitting there. And my father went, good evening to the Master.
Wow. Trouble?
Did you have a French extra class this evening? And I'm trying to figure, do I tell a lie or do I said, I think so, myself. But I went over to Melbourne to do the trials for champs, and that I break the school record, you know. I win. And Douglas Forrest said, really? So you do know you had a French class? I said, yes, sir. So he said, excuse me, Douglas. And he got up and walked off the steps of the veranda, walked up to the gate, walked to his car and came back with a cane. And he said to Dudley, excuse me, you don't mind? I said, of course not. So I get my cane in on the veranda. And then he turns to my father and said, Dudley, would you care to?
Wow.
My father said, well, of course. So we get cane in this.
But that was a double beating, Uncle Bobby.
No, the worst beating though is when dogs leave it. Dogs say, by the way, people who skip classes don't represent Kingston College. So you won't be representing us at Champs this year. And the so-called record doesn't exist because you shouldn't have been there. Did I take 2 more cane in the fire? Look at stuff.
Wow. Wow. So, if I should walk through the school gates of Kingston College, what would I hear about Finzi Smith, Robert Finzi Smith, or Bobby, as you? I mean, because this is years now, you know, for persons who would have.
Matter of fact, I went to KC. Not just went to KC, I sat in the same classroom. Well, I sit here and sit there. I think Kings the Cooper was over there. Warren Matalan Pickman was there. And sitting over there is the gentleman who's currently the U.S. ambassador to Jamaica.
Wow.
So it was one of those classes.
Wow.
And we had everybody in the class. We had the well-behaved, the academically gifted, the athletically inspired,
wow,
and the criminally inclined. So we
Uncle Bobby just said the criminally inclined.
Yeah, we're having a cross.
Interesting, so interesting. So, like, I mean, okay, so you said you a record that was disregard because of not going to French class. Were there any other activities at school that you partake in?
You're talking illegal?
No. Well, if you want to tell the illegal ones, no problem.
There is a place on North Street, the Pavilion, where they have change rooms downstairs.
Right.
You ever hear about under 7, over 7?
I don't think so.
We set up all this little cardboard thing. Under 7, over 7, 7. And who betting on what it's going to be, put their money on it. And you throw the dice, and it's either 7, under 7, or over 7. If you bet over 7, there's under 7, you lose. Very rarely you lick 7 as such. Yeah? I was a banker. Until one day, we were a nice little crowd, and apparently the guy was set up to watch went to the bathroom. And we're busy shaking there. So I said, all right, let's go. all of a sudden I look up and a pair of shoes that don't look like it.
Appeared.
And I look up and Doug standing there. And Doug said, and I gather you're not good at mathematics, but you're dealing with this kind of situation. He says, you have a choice. 2 weeks detention, my office, or I'll call your father.
Don't tell me. I know what you chose.
Yeah, man.
The detention. Nobody wants to have their parents come to school because it's a different story. Wow.
And my father would beat you in front of the school.
Wow.
Them day the Ministry of Education didn't come with anything stupid like you can't beat me. There was a time when we jumped the sidewall before school finished to go carry to go watch 1 o'clock matinee. And we sit down, lights go down, news of the world, cartoon, coming attractions. And all of a sudden, the lights go out. And the announcer voice said, there are some Kingston College young men in the auditorium, and Mr. Forrest is in the lobby, and he says the movie can't continue until you come downstairs. And some big man sit down there and say, hey, yo, get up. He said, hey, but people good, but come out there. So we trundle downstairs, and Doug's having Morris Oxford bar out front. And he goes run the whole 6 away into his car, pop up. Drive her back to KC. And we had a gentleman who later became the headmaster of Cornwall, a gentleman called Crick. Crick he exceeded our current Prime Minister's nostrils. And Crick was the caning master. And Crick is the one who created DJ. As Crick would walk into his office, bend your knees and touch your toes. Don't look at my big nose and receive these blows. It was fun.
So Uncle Bobby, all right. So we're moving on from high school. After leaving, did you initially wanted to join the army, or did you think of other professions like becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer?
I've always been a very contrary person.
Okay.
So I left Kingston College with a requisite amount of subjects, but I had a 1 in art.
Okay.
I got 1 in art, 1 in English language.
Okay.
So I went to Jamaica School of Art. It was then on North Street.
Okay.
So I suppose I don't want to leave North Street too far. So I did my art degree there. And 2 days after I graduated, I joined the army.
Okay.
So my mother complained bitterly that I put on a paintbrush and pick up a gun. And I had to convince her, I don't think I ever really did it, that I was an artist with both.
Okay.
And my father went, oh, army? Officer? Yeah, man. And my mother just looked at him and looked at me, and I realized that it wasn't going to end well. But I spent time in the army. I got my commission in Canada, came home. When I landed in the middle of the state of emergency in the 70s.
Wow.
So I saw fear about that.
Okay.
But when I retired my commission, my specialty was then and still is VIP protection, specialist protection.
Wow.
And I ended up doing that privately. Or men up on stage.
We never reached there yet. I wanted to also ask you, did you get to do everything that you wanted to do in the army? you could go back in time, would you seek to do those things?
Yeah, but must understand that once a rebel, always a rebel.
I got you.
So I was taught that an officer's first duty is to the welfare of his men.
Okay.
So I took care of my soldiers, and people used to call it, say, I'm fraternizing with the troops. And I am the private soldier lawyer. But as somebody told me, if you don't take care of your troops, they wouldn't follow you to the bathroom if they're not diarrhea.
There you go.
So I took care of the troops. When I went into private security, I took care of the officers that I was tasked with overseeing as well. There must be understanding that you can't be so busy making a living that you forget that you have a life living.
True. Let's talk about you being well decorated. Now I know you can't mention all of them, but share a few with us.
I don't know if you call it decorating. I have provided close quarter protection to 3 different brands: Michael Manley, PJ Patterson, and Busher Simpson. And I have done the same type of duty for a gentleman called the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. So between that and work that I've done for the Jamaica Football Federation teams, I have traveled to almost 69 different countries.
I want to be like him. Me only gone 37. I want to be like Uncle Bobby.
The amount of trouble it is flying now, it almost.
One question I want to ask Uncle Bobby, because you have been to 69, you said?
69
Different countries.
Although some people will tell you that it's a number that I reached and kept because of my affinity for the number.
Okay. Uncle Bobby, remember your daughter is sitting here. I blocked that out. I did not hear that. I did not hear that. In your time of travels, have you experienced racism?
Couple times, yeah.
What was the experience for you like?
There was one situation where we were flying to an airport with a private jet carrying our customers, and the customs people come up and would like to see who's in charge of the flight. So, who's in charge of the flight? I don't have time for this, boy. Who's in charge of the flight?
Wow.
So I said, me. But you have a problem or you want me right to the FAA?
Wow.
And that, all's well that ends well, but it's like, I use this as a joke on one of my stand-up routines, but it actually, I was in Louisiana, a friend of mine, and he said, don't go in a hotel, man, come stay with me. So I said, cool, but you have a dog, you have a cat, and I have some birds. So I'm sitting down there enjoying his hospitality, going to work, and he said, most I can do is buy the pet them. So I went down to the corner store, and there's this slightly overweight fat lady. She white. And she said, can I help you, boy?
Wow.
So I said, all right, cool. I said, I'd like some dog food. She said, you got a dog? So I said, yeah. She said, did you bring the dog? I said, no. So we know you guys will eat the dog food. I said, excuse me? She says, you gotta bring the dog. Well, I'm gonna put the dog on a leash, I'm gonna bring the dog. And she said, the dog food. I said, by the way, while I'm at it, can I get some cat food? She said,
Don't tell me. Do you have a cat?
someone said, yeah. But you don't expect me to carry the cat and the dog. She said, you gotta bring the cat. So the care about the dog and the dog food. I'm gonna bring the cat. And she said, there you go. Someone said, how the bird seed go? She says, you know the drill by now, boy. Someone said, alright, cool. So I bring the bird in the cage, make the bird seed. Put me at Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And I take the cat.
Right.
About 3 days later, I walk into the store with a brown paper bag, put it on the counter. I said, put your hand in there. So she put her hand, she says, it's warm, it's wet. I said, we can get some toilet paper now.
What was her reaction, Uncle Bobby?
I didn't shop there anymore.
Oh my God. Yeah. When you're a Jamaican, you act like a Jamaican. Them can't face it with me. No way, but we'll go. Can't. Nobody's gonna take that. Are you serious? Like, you have to go for the dog, you have to go for the cat, you have to go for the... No.
She was trying to convince me that it was, she really didn't want me in the store. So she was making life difficult. But we said, it's the closest store to where we're staying.
Right.
So we just I deal with it.
And it's good exercise. You walk in, good exercise. But I like that. Put your hand in there. She never even look. She just did.
Yeah. She says, warm, it's soft, what is it? She can't get some
Sure. I don't want to know what her reaction was like.
Oh.
I know.
Let me put it this way. Oh shit.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's what we say. Wow. So Uncle Bobby, you have had a lot of experience in TV, film, theater. Yes? Was acting something that you've always wanted to do, or what?
I got into acting by accident.
I was coming right to there.
I was at the Jamaica School of Art.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Craig, God rest his soul, volunteered us to paint sets. So we were painting the sets, and Michael London, some people know him as
Boise, yes.
was one of the actors, and we used to go KC together, and I'm painting the sets, him running lines, and I'm joking with him. The day before the play is supposed to open, his grandmother died. And he decided to say, "Now come now." And somebody, the director said, "Anybody else know the lines?" And some little idiot said, "Bobby know the lines." So what do you mean Bobby know the lines? And him and London run them all the while, my joke.
Wow.
So he said to me, "You know the lines?" I said, "Yeah, why?" I said, "Well, you're opening tomorrow."
Wow.
I said, "You're around." I said, no, the joke is Michael London played a clown. And he's much bigger than me. So when I put him costume on me, I don't really look like a clown.
Right.
And started that way. Almost every major role I've ever done, I have never auditioned for. I did 3 seasons of Miami Vice. I am dropping off a document for Natalie Thompson, who was casting, but we never knew about it. And some white man said to me, "Could you read this for me, please?" So we're calling from the set of Miami Vice. So I'm calling up there and I said, "What is it?" She said, "Well, then pick you about it."
Wow.
So myself, Gary Harvey, and Carl Bradshaw went up, played 3 Jamaican Batman.
Wow.
And whilst up there, one of the directors saw Philip Michael Thomas and myself and said, "We look alike," and same built at the time. And the guy, somebody said to him, "He's from the army." So I said, "You ever done stunts?" He said, "No, what do you mean?" He said, "Drop off buildings." And I said, "No, we do that in the army, but they order you to do it."
Mm-hmm.
So he said, "Would you mind?" So I ended up being his stunt double for a while. And next time I was called to Media Mix because I wanted my input in how guns were going to be used on Royal.
That we know that's your specialty. Don't have to go there.
So I walked into the room and Lenny Little White is sitting there, and Jennifer Hammond looked up and said, "What's the matter there, man?" That's where it went.
Wow. Were you ever trained professionally? I mean,
You mean acting?
yes.
No. But
Did
if
you
you,
ever-
if you grew up with my parents,
Uh-huh.
it was an acting class in itself.
Okay, I got you.
Because you had to play the roles that would keep your ass out of the beating. So, alright, let me get an example. Grew up in Vineyard Town, Deanery Avenue, a place called Antrim.
Mm-hmm.
And we take the 26 bus from KC, come up into Vineyard Town. There was a girl from Alpha.
In case you boy them always like off the alpha girl, yeah.
Nobody closest school. So she sat on the bus every day and I'm there looking at her. But I can't say nothing. So I'll pay extra fare for go the long way thing. I don't terminus at K Superman, but follow it because she was living on Francis Avenue. I'm sorry. One of
The
them
things that
never
boys do.
Never say something. Never say something. My cousin, Vernon Weir Jr., live on Francis.
Mm-hmm.
Older cousin get me in trouble all the time. And Junior said to me, Bobby, session around that trip weekend. I said, really? Why not? Why should I be interested in that? I got Francine going.
You know him skin catch a fire.
Oh, my beg, daddy, mommy, daddy. So finally, I get a yes, but I must be home at 12.
My parents like to do that though. Mm?
So
Why do you talk to parents? Why do they like tell them the kids them come home 12 o'clock?
So
if
the-
them leave us 10 o'clock, when they tell them come 12. Really? No party time, no really.
I dress the puss back foot.
You know?
I'm going in them days. The DJ them play reggae, funky, soul. Me not interested in reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Me not sweat up myself with no funky.
Souls.
Me not wait for the soul.
Tra!
And in the waiting, I forget to look on my watch. But me a wait. Finally, she come back out of the little corridor where them have a bathroom. Right side on me. And the DJ started to play soul.
And let me tell you something, people. In those days, well, me kind of youngish now, but me kind of grew up in a part of them days, there, right? When the DJ plays soul, if you don't have a girl, as a man dancing with, you don't find yourself nowhere near.
There you go. So me, excuse me, do you care to dance? And she said, yes.
Deep voice.
You feel it? And guess which tune I play? Now, craving your body is this real. Temperatures rising to one reasons. Oh, Lord.
And let me tell you, you know, if you're not locked against the wall,
Oh, I'm a dead ass. Oh, and in the middle of reasons, before it reaches the part where I go, la, 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 la.
the
la.
music stuff.
And the DJ said, Bobby Finzi Smith,
Oh God.
your father is at the gate. And he says that the party can't continue till you come outside.
Oh boy.
And the girl said, imagine that. What you saying it was again?
What did you do, Uncle Bobby?
He said, Tony, stop. I'm a bubble around the back of the yard and come around to the front and my father stand up there.
What?
Master. I said, Daddy, me know, but not here, beg you.
What?
Not here.
What time was this, Uncle Bobby?
About 12:30. And me head to the car and said, where you going? I said, home. He said, no. You find your ass home and try and get there before.
Oh God, wicked. Wicked. Let me see some fire sign. If a few of you on this live have experienced that kind of behavior from the parents. Talk truth. Because a whole heap of we experience that. See there? One fire sign go.
And me run fast down Dinner Road. You ever run yet till your breath feel like ice in your lungs? I'm going to turn up Dinner Avenue and run. Look over the gate and I see my father here. Upon the veranda.
Wow.
My mother says, where's your father?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause on one hand, I have succeeded.
Right.
I have gotten home before him.
Right.
The other hand is my father has used the excuse of coming out of the house to come for me, saying he can go down the road to drink. And my mother said, why are you so sweaty?
Out of breath.
And she said, go and have a shower and don't lock the door.
You know me not like when parents do them things there. No. Cause you know what come next, right?
You ever get beaten on wet skin?
Hiya, boy. How much have we get beaten on wet skin? Let me see the fire sign them. Let me see the hand them. Enough how we go through a lot of that. Whole heap of. Let me see some hand, let me see some fire sign. Cause you know, and if you don't put on the nose and lie on that, if someone don't put up on the hand and show fire sign.
Them don't want to admit.
Them don't want to admit to it.
I am parents to this day stand up over them and say, I dare you.
I did.
Put up.
Viewers and subscribers, thank you so much. I tell you, it's always an educating and entertaining night with any one of our characters that we have on live. We're talking to Mr. Robert Finsley Smith, affectionately known as, for me, and a lot of other persons, as Uncle Bobby. Talk truth. Only can relate to some of these experiences that Uncle Bobby is talking about. Not true. Talk true. Let me see the fire sign. I'm going to see one fire sign. One. Uncle Bobby, the characters that you play, the characters that you play, are they similar to your personality? I get my answer. I got my answer.
I tell you something that happened to me in Ocho in my place down there called General Foods. We were redoing an apartment where I was buying some stuff to run a boat. And a little old lady stand up behind me and she said, excuse me sir, I figure she want to skip. I said, yes ma'am. She don't move, she said, look ma'am. I said, yes ma'am. Say come on TV, don't. And I said, yeah. Say come on Royal Palm. Yeah. She said, you're the one with the dead house name. I said, yeah. She said, you're the police. I said, yeah. She said, you for sure? I said, yeah. The woman reaching her basket and take out her hot dog bread and start beat me. Boof, you too wicked. Boof left anywhere in your look. Boof. I said, lady, chill out. She's just acting. She said, no, you're doing too good. You must have done something. Your mama no shame of you.
Oh my God.
Jamaican people take this shit seriously.
Yes, they do.
I have read some of the comments about Mullings. It's that on street.
Uncle Bobby, would you play any other character? Or would you feel comfortable? Let me ask it that way. Would you feel comfortable playing any other character than a security or a detective?
I've done others.
You have?
I've done 5 feature films.
Right. Well, tell us, I mean, you have done Miami Vice.
I've done, they had it as part of the CXC syllabus, White Saga Associate.
Me pass CXC left with us.
There was a slave who burned on the plantation.
Okay.
There was a scene in it where a white man ride up on his horse and I said, so why are all of you just sitting here? And I said, snake bite. And I said, so much of you? And I said, big snake. Stuff like that. I've done a number of different things. Plus,
has in place so much character.
Pastor. I don't think any director that have any sense would have trust that to me.
Why? Why, Uncle Bobby? Why? Why?
Because I have this thing with Christianity, religion,
Okay.
where I ask certain questions, and then alright, let me give you an example. The English dictionary, not me, English dictionary defines holy as pure, unexpurgated, unabridged, unchanged.
Okay.
How you can have a version of a holy Bible?
On that note, sir, because we're not getting into the religion part of it. I
You
don't
see where them keep me away.
sure.
Plus you must remember
Everything.
that the Caucasian gentlemen arrived in Africa. They had the Bible.
Uncle
We
Bobby.
had the land.
Uncle Bobby.
They said, let us pray. And by the time we said amen and open back our eyes, we had the Bible. They had the land.
That's why them say you must keep one eye shut, one eye open.
There you go.
Live by that.
Yeah, man.
You are a family man.
Mm-hmm.
You're also a dog lover.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about you that nobody else knows, that would be surprising to people?
That I do stand up.
Everybody knows that.
Well,
Well,
some people can say it's surprising because they don't think I smile.
that is what I want to hear my introduction earlier.
I have done stand-up comedy over a number of places. Eastern Caribbean and billed as the Rolls Royce of stand-up comedy.
Wow. All right. So I want to know, I'm always putting my characters on spot. So Uncle Bobby, you're going to stand up comedy for us right here, sitting in that chair on Expressions JA's YouTube channel. So you know you have to give me a little, so I'm going to time you. You have 3 minutes to give us a show. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Because
Also, people, let me tell you something that Uncle Bobby didn't tell you. Him do a little piece, but he's a awesome singer. So you know him going to sing for it too. Not true. But remember, I always say my offerings have to be thrown before singing happen. But remember, when they get in the stand-up comedy first, free, but you have to throw the offering for the singing. Me and only Sunday nights.
this thing is a
throw the
family show.
offering.
Okay.
So, wait. Introducing on Expressions JA's YouTube channel tonight. Remember, we educate and we entertain. On stage, I bring to you none other than, he's called Robert Finsley Smith, but we call him Mr. Modern, or the man from Royal Palm. Sir, take it away.
Lock up down a Huntsby. 4 inmates. A rapist, a murderer, a psychotic, and a homosexual. So the rapist says, you know, I wish there was a cat in here. So why did a cat in it? So I rape that cat. He said, oh God, me I rape that cat. And the murderer said, I ramp here, ramp. Did I rape the cat till it dead? And the psychotic says, did I rape the dead cat? All of a sudden, from the corner where them have the homosexual, you just hear, meow. All Christian run down.
Uncle Bobby, you have 3 minutes. I'm still timing.
Okay. I'm trying to be nice.
No, it's a stand-up comedy. You're giving us a show.
Gentlemen, you must learn to talk to women. There are certain things that women say you mustn't hear, much less try to answer. A husband is walking through the bathroom and his wife steps out of the shower and asks him a woman question. Am I putting on weight? Before the idiot does say, eh? Can I hear it? I'm going to talk about, oh yes, you are. You can fix that. Says, really, how are you going to do that? Says, from now on, you're going to bathe in Slim Fast. She don't say nothing. That should have given me a hint. Next morning, I walk past the laundry and then smell an awful smell. I said, what's that smell? I said, I'm doing the laundry. He said, what is that smell? I said, I'm just taking your advice, same premise. He said, what premise? See, remember last night with the slim fast? And said, yeah, that was funny. He said, yeah. So then where that smell coming from? She said, I'm washing your shorts.
Oh my God.
So what that have to do with anything? I'm washing it in Miracle Grow.
On that note,
Me and them take me out of.
you have 1 minute to go.
You know, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago caught COVID 4 times. We should be thankful. If I was to catch it once and sneeze the whole country.
Listen to me. Listen. One of these Sundays, we're not going to have a live, but we're just going to have a stand-up show, stand-up comedy show, where Uncle Bobby is going to just let you guys laugh your ass off. Laughter is the best medicine, you know. Smiling, laughing exercises the face, exercises the muscles in the face. It makes you relax when you smile, when you laugh a lot. Yeah, and I believe that we need a lot of that, because most of the time when I see some people, I mean, them face just look makeup on it. It's almost like we don't have enough laughter that's going around, and enough persons.
Without enough love, can you imagine? Gentlemen, if you don't take care of your woman at home, it's like a zinc roof. If you don't nail it properly, it ends up in the neighbor's yard.
On that note, Uncle Bobby, thank you so much. Let me ask you a question, sir. How did you get introduced to Bartender?
I was scanning,
Uh-huh.
and so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known Orville for quite some time. And he said to me, I need you to come to a camp. Cameo, for those of you who are not really initiated, you'll show your face once and move on. So it's okay. So I did it, and I made a couple of suggestions to him. And he invited me to the launch of season.
Uh-huh.
And I went on free food.
Nobody turns down free food.
And whilst we're talking, again I made a couple of suggestions to him. And he said, that's cool. And then I said to him, you have a really good little program here. And some come to me and I said, you know who you should go get? Go get Rodney. And
He's talking about Mr. Savage.
he got Rodney. And Rodney and we started knocking. Now, initially when we started doing this thing, we were asking for nothing. We're not asking anything. It's just fun. It was creative fun. And I believe that a lot of the stories reflect what happens in society. What some people who never really saw it in its fullness never understood about Royal Palm. Royal Palm was a mirror that reflected the society. And if you look at what's happening on Bartender, it mirrors very closely what's happening in society. It also tries to give solutions to what the problems are. Now in Jamaica, everybody can show you what a problem is. You can have people line up from you on the grassroots and show you problems. But not very many people tell you what the potential solutions are. I believe that Bartender has attempted to show you the root cause, the results, and the potential solutions. And I have encountered some people on it that are very promising. Very promising. one of my favorite characters is Tony. Tonian is the epitome of where you can grow from. And I believe that she has even more to grow to. Rodney Savage. Rodney's Rodney. The minister. I watch the minister try tiptoe between or really go on in the Jamaica and what is acting. And Carlton is the epitome of somebody who does something because it's expedient, but every now and then the conscience pricking. I believe that if you look closely at it, you can find somebody you know. And that alone is interesting in itself. I've noticed people get, oh Lord, where this person gone? And what is this person? Well, let me tell you, life as it stands. People migrate and people die. That's a fact of life. Anything else that doesn't reflect that reality is not true to life. So.
How is it working with the characters, Uncle Bobby? Because I mean, you have had a chance to, you know, meet and greet and work with characters in and around the Bartender. How has it been?
Very, very fulfilling, because you have people who are willing to learn. And there's some people who you learn from. No matter whether I'm a big star or not, you learn from them. Who is a very underrated character as far as I'm concerned is Whisper. Whisper has something that Jamaicans should learn from. It's called loyalty. You have a lot of Jamaicans who only loyal to the next paycheck. Whisper is a person that is there through thick or thin, and is also inclined to go, boss, I'm sorry. Jamaicans have a habit of going, what do you mean sorry? I don't want to know. You know, and as long as you're willing to accept that something went wrong, the only thing going wrong when something goes wrong is if you don't learn anything from it. Some people wouldn't understand, for instance, some of the scenes between myself and Savage start out unscripted. We're given the nucleus of what the scene is to be about. And we have fun going after each other. Yeah.
I mean, you and Rodney have known each other for a while, so yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see, because again, as I say, people, I have become an audience member, and it's a pleasure to see Rodney and Uncle Bobby in them elements, you know, just doing it and making the scene happen.
Rodney,
you know,
naturally evolves into a scene. I'll give you an example. I did Glory to Glory and I wrote myself. So we go to Trinidad to launch Glory to Glory in Trinidad. And we walk into the hotel where we're staying and we're waiting for our room to be assigned. When you look in the ballroom, there's a whole lot of very good looking young ladies in there. So we say, what's going on in this? And so well, I'm rehearsing for Miss Trinidad and Tobago. Rodney go, really? And walk to the door and go, so walking. I don't want to break this to you, but I'm entering Miss Trinidad and Tobago, whoever she may be.
Murder!
I'm dead serious. Him don't have a filter.
Rodney's Rodney. Trust
He
me.
has no filter.
No filter at all.
Some things him said to you that you figure are off the wall, he gonna do.
Wow. What's it like working with the director, Mr. Harvey Hall?
He fascinates me. I have watched him come up with sequences, ideas. And it's like him have a switch in his head, and he was here now. And you go, oh shit. But it not only makes sense, it correlates to something yet to come. Now, it's one thing to correlate to something that's been done, but when it don't even enunciate what's coming, but what it bring to you first links in, dovetails beautifully with what is to come. It's, I wonder sometimes, in family conference center, because of certain spiritual things here.
Yes.
And he seems to have a habit of locking on to things, and after he puts it on screen, it happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I intend to live a long so careful what you write about.
Yes.
And I give you the joke. You know who has that talent? Lenny Littlewhite.
Wow.
To produce a Royal Palm Estate.
Wow.
You watch what he writes and then wait for it.
Wow. Awesome. We would like to speak to Mr. Mullings just for 5 minutes.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Mr. Mullings, you seem to know a lot about everybody who you go after.
Time spent in reconnaissance is never wasted. Never ask a question you do not have the answer to. Or you don't have them lying to you. And sometimes you say something, and in response to what you have said, the person unlocks the rest of the mystery. Then no, this I suppose a lot of women will be very interested in hearing, and men will regard it as a traitorous or a treacherous response. You know to know when your man lying to you? Oh, that's what makes it up straight. Check whether he's right-handed or left-handed. People who wear their watches on their right hand invariably, on their left hand invariably are right-handed, and vice versa. If you're right-handed, you are left-brain dominant, which means that everything factual comes out of left-hand side of your brain. Everything creative comes out of the right side of your brain. So you ask somebody something, and the eyes immediately, without any effort, flick to the side of the brain they intend to use. Which is why, ladies, when you ask a man, where you coming from? And then go, where am I coming from? He's manufacturing
The lie.
the lie.
Okay.
And he's looking for where it will come from. Which is why women are dangerous. Because some women look you straight in the eye and goes, why you ask me that? And then give you a question that you should answer.
Good,
They
exactly.
go, you don't trust me.
You seem to, you have a lot of compassion for Bubbles.
Mhm.
You see her as what to you?
Daughter, based on what happened to her father. Her father walked into a deep trench and wouldn't come out, and technically said to me, I am here because I choose to be, but I'm here because I trust you to make sure she's alright. Which means that he didn't tell her everything. It was easier to make her believe the worst about her father because she wouldn't feel the loss.
Okay. Okay.
If you look on Bubbles' response to her father being a hero, now she misses somebody she never knew, which is almost as painful as anything else. Mullings, in response to her father's wishes, for a great deal of her life, spared her that emotion. It was easier for her to feel that she had to live up to something to make up for her father. and say, I never knew daddy. And she'll drown in self-pity.
So you owe it to her father to protect her, wholly and solely. Okay.
And sometimes you have to protect her from herself.
Because she's a mad woman.
And she have a habit of getting involved with lawyers who don't let them.
Okay, Mr. Mullings, thank you so much for that note. People, thank you so much. I mean, it's been a pleasure. I mean, I have one more question to ask Uncle Bobby. And, you know, I just want to, before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of our life tonight. You have been such an amazing $20 from Dimples Big Up Yourself offerings. Sure. I'm telling you.
Hold on, what do you mean offering?
Offerings, sure.
You should tell me, I'm not bring my collection plate.
Thank you so much for everybody for being a part of our life tonight. You have been awesome. You have been amazing tonight. Please remember to share, like, subscribe, and just hit the notification bell. You'll get all the notifications on what's happening on Expressions JA's YouTube channel. Now, Uncle Bobby, I wanted to ask, after so many years in theater, Barbara, big up yourself. Thank you for the offerings tonight. Yeah, but no, I'm not sure the offering now because I don't want to hear Uncle Bobby sing. So Uncle Bobby, prepare yourself because you'll be taking us out with the song tonight. After him shaking him head like, you know what I mean? After being in theater for, you know, so many years with it, I mean, also with your professional life, if there is anything that you could go back and change, you got one chance to go back and change anything at all in your life, would you?
I still have my parents.
The gentleman said he still have his parents. You still have.
I would still have
He
my
would
parents.
still have his parents.
I have lost both of them, but I would still have them if I could change.
Let me tell you something, people. A lot of people may say, you know, boy, it's just mother and father and it's just parents. You never know until you actually lose them, or if they are in a state where you now have to turn around and help them to a point where they are now, there is the saying, once a man, twice a child.
And you have become the parent.
And you now have become the parent. Believe me, it is something that you never forget and you hold very close to your heart. I mean, sometimes I don't think a lot of persons understand, you know, the pain that people go through. But hey, once you have your support and good memories of your parents, trust me, you live on those and you continue to keep going because of those precious memories. Now hear me, Uncle Bobby, please I mean, I don't know if you want anybody to know where they can find you on any social media platform.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, but I only visit it when I want to get trouble.
So he's on Instagram and he's on Facebook. Facebook only when he wants to give trouble. People, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I mean, it was an honor, Uncle Bobby, being here interviewing you. I'm just a little daughter. I'm humbled by, you know, being right here beside you. And it was a pleasure tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Please, you're taking us out tonight with some music. You're singing for us. Let's go, Uncle Bobby. You got 8 minutes.
I thought you meant me well.
I did. But you have such a melodious voice. I love to hear it. And I know my viewers and subscribers would love to hear it as well. So, take us out, please.
How you doing? I hope you're fine. Did your day take you through changes and mess up your mind? Well, I just called to say that I'm on my way. And I'll see you when I get there. I'll see you when I get there. And you'll be ready for good loving. Candlelight, soft music on the radio. We got everything we need from the store. Cause I'm coming in for the night and I don't want to go out no more. So I'll see you when I get there. I'll see you when I get there. And you'll be ready for good loving. You'll be ready for good loving. Cause I work hard all day. I'm coming home to lay and relax my mind.
Yeah, well, this is some fire sign for Uncle Warry. Listen, guys, when you hear him on karaoke, I'm gonna tell you something. It's not a normal voice to the ear. Once again, I say thank you so much for being a part of our life tonight. We do hope to see you again on our next Sunday evening live, where you never know who we'll be interviewing. Yeah, enough love and love appreciation. Please keep check to Expressions JA's YouTube channel. Remember to hit the bell, share, like, and subscribe. Shelly, your host with the most, is out. Thank you so much. Loads of love and respect. Curly girl. Yeah, man, continue to show up the fire sign them, man. Show up the fire sign them. We're out of here, people. Mwah. Uncle Bobby, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a pleasure.
What's the responses you got?